morning everybody. I am standing in my kitchen because I thought we would mix things up this morning or this afternoon or this evening or whenever you're watching this, but I thought we'd mix things up and in Kidzone start doing some science experiments with you all and start seeing God in science. So today I have got a couple of things that you can find in your kitchen, but if you haven't got them, don't worry, then you can just watch as I attempt to do these science experiments or you can do them at home as well, and everything that you need you will find in the description below. So for today you will need 2 water bottles. I've got some sparkling strawberry and kiwi, which was very tasty. You don't need the lids, so the lids can go in the bin. Let's put them in the bin now. You don't need that. Then you will need some food colouring. I have got some red food colouring. You can use any colour that you like. You'll need some sellotape. I've only got parcel tape. If you've got like duct tape, amazing. And you will need some water. So that is what you need. So go and grab that if you need to get that, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so the aim of this experiment is that we are going to try and make a whirlpool tornado with these items. Never done this before, so you will see if it works or if it doesn't. And if you want to make it look a bit more pretty, then you can add some glitter to it as well. I couldn't find any glitter when I went to the shops. I was probably in the wrong shop. But you can add some glitter if you want to. But if not, don't worry. So let's get started. And while we're here, I must remember to give a big shout out to Naomi. It's great to see that you're getting on so well at home and doing some of our church at home activities. And well done to so many of you as well. And do make sure that you keep sending them in so I can give you a big shout out. I would love to see all of your craft, games and prayer activities as well. Okay, I'm just going to take the labels off so that we can have a clearer view of our water bottles. You might want to do the same so that you can see exactly what is in your water bottles. So let me just take both of these off. Oh, there was some. Okay, so you need to get one of your water bottles and you need to fill it 2/3 of the way. I'm not very good at maths, so more than half. There we go, I think that would do. Okay, then you want to add a bit of food colouring to it so that you can really clearly see the water in it. Oh, that was probably too much. Never mind. Don't drink this because it really won't taste nice. Then you need to get this water bottle and you'll probably need an extra pair of hands because you now need to get your sellotape. Oh, this nail varnish really isn't good. Dear me. So you now need to get your sellotape and wrap around this part so it's really, really tight so that no water can escape. So that's why it's helpful if you can have 2 water bottles that are the same size. But if not, then you could probably have one that's smaller and then it would probably like stick in there better. I don't know. Try it at home, see what you come up with. So let's try and do this. Now you want to make sure that it's really tight because you don't want any of that water to come out. And so you could make it look a lot prettier than I have if you did like maybe less food colouring and then put some glitter in it, then it would look a lot prettier. Right, I think that is tight. Let's get some scissors, cut that off. Now suggest you just pour it over the sink. Oh, this is a little, so I've got a couple of drops coming off, but nothing too much, I don't think. Okay, so I'm going to do this bit over the sink just in case. But our experiment now begins. Oh, no, okay. A couple of learning curves that we are learning so far. Do it over the sink, for sure. So, Josh is going to be my trusted assistant, and he is going to do it in there because you have to, it's quite tricky. So, you might be able to do it better than me. Okay, so Josh is going to give it a go now. Let's see what happens. So several attempts later, we have now done it. So let's now figure out what on earth this science experiment with food colouring, a little tornado, has to do with God. So let's head over to the sofa and find out. Firstly, let's talk about some scientific facts. That kind of tornado vortex that we made, where the water spirals down, moving the glitter all with it, is just like a tornado that moves in its path. Thankfully in England we don't have tornadoes, but in America or other countries then they do have quite a few. And the largest tornado recorded to date was on May 22nd, 2004 in Wilbur, Nebraska, at 2.5 miles wide. That is like really, really, really wide. So why don't you go and do a bit more research if you want to do that, and find a little bit more about tornadoes if you'd like to. But today's Bible story is about Jesus calming the storm. And you might be going, oh, of course it is now, with the water and the tornado. And just imagine all of those waves going up and down, and just how scary they would have been on that day. So, you can either find this story in Luke 8, verses 22 or 25, or if you pause the video, and in the description of this video, you will find a link to the Saddleback Kids video. So go ahead, pause the video, and come on back when you've seen it. So our tornado that we have made today shows just a little version of what that storm could have been like. What I absolutely love about this story is that it shows firstly God's power. Jesus spoke and the waters were still. If my tornado was in full motion, I had no control over how long it lasted, how quickly it went, or how to stop it. It was doing its own thing and I couldn't stop it. Yet when Jesus spoke, it was instantly calm. And God had given the same power that lives in God lived in Jesus. And today I want us to remember that we have an almighty God who is so powerful that even the wind and waves obey him. And so in your families today, I would like you to go through some questions that you will find in the description of this video. And that talks about kind of how do you think those disciples would have felt? Have you ever felt really scared? And what did you do in that situation? So go ahead, pause the video and come on back once you've had a little discussion. I do hope that you've learnt some maybe some new things in your family today, and maybe spoken about those really scary situations and how we can trust God in all situations. Our prayer activity for today is going to look at how God is a powerful God, yet he is also a protective God, and he never ever leaves us. As we saw in our video today, Jesus was totally in control of that storm. And although the disciples didn't realise it at the time, he was totally protecting them and no harm would have come their way. So with your family, spend time today praising God and thanking him. Thanking him that he is always with us. So I want you to hold your hands together and your middle finger represents you. And I want you to put it in the middle of your hands as a kind of a signal that you have stepped into a relationship with God. And what happens when we do this is our thumb, our first finger and our little finger we can separate. But our wedding ring finger we cannot separate. And that illustrates to us that God will never ever leave us. So as you hold your hands like this and you try to separate those fingers that you just can't do, praise God that he is always with you. He will never ever leave you and he is always in control. So I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, either praying to God or doing the science experiments. Do send us in your videos or any pictures and make sure you do it over the sink, or even better, go outside because it can get a little bit messy. Hope you have a lovely week and we will see you all later. Bye!